Well, this is the drive out to the post, which is a local park out here in Marathon. And I guess since this week I've been here, it gets real hot during the afternoon. I go out there and do a little sketching by the this pond, or just like little, I guess like mini spring they have that comes up there. It's a real gorgeous place to just hang out at. So basically, I've been coming up with ideas for these whirly gigs. I think I'm gonna start doing. I gotta start getting back into woodworking. Make something that I think would be liked here in West Texas. So one of the ideas I started coming up with to redo the building that I'm working on, the chicken shed building, which is now gonna have this whirly gig of probably a lady with a bottle or a wine bottle and a machete or a cleaver. Luckily, I found someone here in town that will make a good model for it. I'm gonna donate this painting to the shed. Let me tell you about that painting there. That's called Pig Pulls a Mask Off a Wolf. It was made in 2002 there, and I decided that I should just go ahead and just leave it there in the that little chicken shack. Well, after a couple of months, someone stole the painting and put it down at this movie site in the Big Bend area. And they emailed me, some other person emailed me and told me they found this painting and my name was on it with my email address. And I figured it was a prank or something like that played on me. And so I just said, well, what can I do? I was gone. I couldn't go and find the place. And so basically, this lady says that it was given to her as a birthday present, or like they had just gotten married, and they wanted to know about the artist. And so I showed them a link to my website and also where the painting had, and I told her just to go ahead and keep it. It's no big deal. But I wanted to know about the note. There was a note that was attached to it, and I wanted to see if I could identify their handwriting. But she never mailed me the note, so I guess it's a mystery of how the painting got lifted. So then there was Sanderson and my little excursion over there to try to rent that dang gas station right there for $300 a month. Can you imagine me and Justin hanging out in a gas station at $300 a month when rent right now for one apartment here is $100? I would have to crash in that cooler there. They were going to turn it into an apartment for crying out. Those are bathrooms, his and her, and it would have been tough. About ready to get played up there next. And right when I pull into that house over there was the intro to the Larry videos. And Larry's just the guy that I ended up getting to know over there in Marathon, and I decided to shoot videos on him. But these three little videos drew some controversy because everyone in Marathon started figuring out who Larry was, and they saw these videos of him acting kind of crazy. And I knew that when I shot this guy was he's pretty unique. And but I told him I was going to broadcast these deals, and I was going to make a big, I was going to characterize this as just an average night with the guy. And I don't want to go too much into it because I don't want to embarrass the guy anymore, but it was some of the best video I've ever shot, hands down. When I got through shooting that stuff, I knew I had gold because it was so crazy and so unique. And it's one of all time. I got them on record, but I can't show them. I'm not allowed to broadcast them on YouTube. And which is no big deal. I don't mind people. And you start holding that little camera up and videotaping them. Some people get really nervous about that, and they want to know. Like when I was shooting over at the Restless Swimmer, when I was in the bar, and I'd have that little camera, and I'd just be sketching. I wasn't even putting on people. But some people came over and they wanted to know what I was doing. They thought that I was spying on them. I was a parole officer, catching them at the bar when they weren't supposed to be there, And so when you have that camera, it puts certain people on edge. They don't know what you're doing. You may be some kind of investigator. But to me, the Larry videos, which I always thought were really good, it dawned when I went to that guy's house. See, I met him at that bar, and he asked me to come over and help him paint his kitchen. So I needed some money, so I went and did it. But then what dawned on me is he had this black dog. I don't know if you remember that black dog that was in that video. But it was in heat, and it was running all over the place. And the other dogs were right outside the house, waiting for this dog to get outside. And when this dog went outside, and I was painting, you know, Larry would run in there and look around to see where the dog was at. And he's real manic kind of character, real antsy. And I looked out the window, and sure enough, his black dog was getting fucked basically, and he ran out there and separated them. But them separating them two dogs was the most surreal thing I think I've seen. I can make a painting based on it. It was pretty interesting, to put it that way. And so I decided, man, I said I have to videotape this guy. I don't care if he's drinking coffee. I bet you'd be instant gold, you know. And the thing is, I felt like, was I exploiting this character, or was I taking advantage of him? You know, some people say, why are you exploiting these local hooligans? And I said, no, Larry knew what he was doing, and when I talked to him and I understood, you know, he played in a band, he's been around crazies, he knows he's kind of crazy, he likes it, and so we kind of conferred that it wasn't that big of a deal. At least I wasn't going to feel so guilty about it. And to me, it's probably some of the best footage I've ever done. So. And I told him, after he asked me to take him down, and I had a feeling it was going to incriminate him in that town, because he was trying to, he didn't want people to see how crazy he was. Or not crazy, just acting like a loony. Or not loony, acting just, I don't know. You know, sometimes people just don't want their private lives put on fucking YouTube. And I understand that, and I respect anyone. When I shoot, I always give them that right. When you put them on the when you do something with them, they have the absolute authority over you to cancel that. And I don't want to get anyone in trouble. You know, I'm just here to have a good time.